Some years ago, the concept of an intensive pre-orientation program was born at Brandeis International Business School. The objective was to provide incoming students from outside the United States with the tools and the confidence they needed to get their education at the school off to a flying start.
Having never lived in America before, I think the Global Directions program was going to be key so I could hit the ground running and be able to understand what Brandeis was about, what the course was about, and what living in America was about.
When I learned about the opportunity of being part of that program, it was so exciting for me because the first catchword for me was global. So being someone who had lived almost most of my life in Africa, I felt that was a great opportunity for me to learn how to interact with others from other parts of the world and also learn the American culture in the process.
My reasoning behind joining it was I thought it would help me get an early start, try and understand how the American classroom works, because the Indian classroom culture and the classroom culture here are very different. So I thought it'll help me get an early start.
I had been working for 5 years before my MBA, and it was a little bit hard for me to get used to the schoolwork. That's why I needed an easier transition to the school life. That's why I chose to participate in GTP program.
There were a couple reasons why I chose to sign up for the Global Directions program. The first one was to meet the new students. I knew that it was coming in with a big class, so to have a small group setting to meet new students would mean that I'd get some friends really quickly. Additionally, I also wanted to meet the staff really early on. You know, again, when the whole big class comes in, it's harder to find one-on-one time, especially at the beginning. But with Global Directions, because it's a small program for the first few days of school, then you get some really good attention.
Every year since, we have worked to improve the program, gearing it towards all highly motivated students, both from the USA and from abroad, and giving it a stronger career focus. We know that in this economy, it is never too early to start preparing for the job search and creating the networks that you will need to succeed. At the same time, we have continued to add to the program sessions that will ready students for their academic life, introducing them to the case study method and different lecture styles, and giving them a taste of participation in the classroom.
It was very helpful in participation in classes because participation in all classes are a very essential part in IBS, and I think teaching us how to analyze a case, what would be the best way to make your points very concrete and concise, these are very essential to ensure that you are participating with quality, and so that's what it helped me with.
I definitely hit the ground running from the Global Directions program because I was able to immediately get my resume ready to go. I was able to figure out how to best approach the career search and the internship search immediately. And I also really learned the ins and outs of the school very quickly, so a lot of my questions were answered long before the rest of my classmates were.
While we were on the program, there was also a lot of fun, and part of that fun was we were able to go out. We would get out of the Brandeis campus and get to see the neighboring places. We were able to see and know where the banks are, for example. We were able to start our house hunt much earlier than our friends who did not come for the program.
I met my friends earlier than the others, and also I met the staff and professors, everyone. And when the school time started, we were very confident with friends, with knowing people and where to go, who to ask. So we were just one step ahead of people.
I think the work we did looking at case studies, I'd never studied case studies before or done case reports before, and the work we did on case studies was very helpful for me, and now carrying on into my program, it was extremely helpful for me.
Our students and faculty come from all parts of the globe, so that classroom discussions are much enriched by the diversity of our communal experiences. The Global Directions program provides an inside look at the culture of Brandeis International Business School and its academics. It is a dynamic way to get a head start on both your career management and your studies. The 4-day program offers opportunities for incoming students with strong skills and high motivation who are seeking career advancement through intensive program and networking support. Through this program, you will have opportunities to interact with faculty, business executives, and other students and staff in an intimate and relaxed setting.
I love the diversity of my group. That's one of the reasons I came to Brandeis in the first place, was to be in a diverse cultural environment, and I definitely got that out of the Global Directions programme. I think the thing I enjoyed most was meeting my fellow students, understanding their backgrounds, having kind of a head start with those students, and they are now some of my closest friends on the course, the people I met on the programme.
They were very diverse, so all of them came with so many different experiences, and especially when you're talking about it outside the classroom context, and since we were discussing even the American culture in general, it really helped us get insights about different kinds of culture that exist, different kind of nuances that we don't experience, and it really opens up your mind to a lot of diversity.
All the other people that were attending the program were not from my country. On the first day when I got here, the first people I met were from China. For me, it was amazing because that was for me the first friendship I made at Brandeis University.
We were so diverse. I was thinking only foreign students attending to the GDP program. However, there were Americans there who were working before, and they also needed an easier transition to the school life. So what I would say, it's not for only foreign students, it's also for American students as well.
We do hope that you will join us this summer from August the 23rd to August the 26th as we launch this year's Global Directions programme.